Hey, everybody. Well, it's opening day here in Cincinnati. The Reds have their first game. Everybody gets all excited around here. It is like a religious holiday if you live in Cincinnati. Now, I can kind of take or leave the Reds. I grew up in Detroit, so I am a Tigers fan, more of an American League guy, to be honest with you. But I've lived in Cincinnati my entire adult life, and so have been to lots of Cincinnati Reds games. Some of them that really stand out in my mind, going with like great friends of mine and going and catching a game, getting something to eat downtown, going with my wife and other couples. We've been to Reds games. I went to a really cool Reds game where I got invited to be a guest in the luxury suite. They have, these different suites for big companies. And but they have one called the Living Legends Suite. And one of my friends booked that. And what comes with the Living Legends Suite, not only is it great food catered up there, but one of the Reds' living legends comes and watches the game with you. And Ken Griffey Sr. came and watched the game, and this was during the time when Ken Griffey Jr. was actually playing in the game. And so watching a Reds Hall of Famer watch his son, one of the greatest baseball players of all time, and talking to him about it, really, really cool experience. I went down to the concession stand, bought a Ken Griffey Jr. jersey. He wore the same number as his dad, got his dad to sign it. That was a cool thing. Went to a great game there with my father-in-law before he passed, and my brother-in-laws, Bill and Bobby, and both my father-in-law and my brother-in-law, Bill, are now passed away, and so that's a great memory of mine that we got some time to spend together at the Reds game. And Bobby loves sports and baseball, and so bringing him to that game was really, really cool. Lots of good memories. Brought my son to his first baseball game when he was younger, and we're going back to a Reds game here next month, I think, or in May. And so lots of great history. But I'm going to tell you today about the time back, I think it was 2003, March 31st, 2003. The Reds were opening a new stadium. For many years, they played in a stadium that was called Synergy Field. Before that, boy, I'm blanking on Riverfront Stadium. And that's where back in the Reds, the big red machine won World Series championships there. Very historic place. Well, old stadium, they tore it down, built this new stadium. Great American ballpark, and the buzz in the city about the first game, opening day. And some of my friends were going, my friend Vince and Dave, they were going, had really good seats. I think Dave was a season ticket holder. He loves the Reds. And but everyone's like, man, you guys should go. And me and my friend Tim were like, eh. And they're like, oh, you should go. Well, how much are the tickets? $200 a piece. Man, you're gonna miss it. Don't miss it. It's right, you've heard of FOMO, fear of missing out. Everybody said you're gonna want to be able to tell your children and grandchildren that you were at the first game played at Great American Ballpark. Trust me, you are gonna want to be at that game. You're gonna want to be able to tell people. Long story short, we end up buying tickets. And we get out there. Here's a picture of me and Tim at the game. The seats weren't great. The place was sold out. And let me tell you about our experience. It's freezing cold. Freezing cold. It's really cold in March in Cincinnati sometimes. And I don't know what it was that day. It was cold. Extremely cold. Very cold. We're wearing gloves. I wish I'd have worn a parka. We were underdressed for the coldness for sure. And my only memory from that game is, it's cold. It's cold. God, it's cold. When can we leave? Man, it's cold out here. When can we leave? It was miserable. I wish I hadn't gone. I wish I'd have saved that money for sure. I'm a big believer in investing in experiences over things and memories. And so we're creating a memory of my friend. We had a lot of better memories than that. And so, and frankly, guess what? Now I tell my kids I went to that game, they could care less which games that I went to. And so that's, I went to a lot of great sport. That's one that I wish I'd have stayed home from. So here's the moral of the story, right? Go to the events and games and concerts that you want to go to. Don't go to one because you're looking to impress other people. Don't go to someone because you're just afraid of missing out. You go where you want to go, right? I've told a story. I took my girls to Comic-Con when they were younger. And you know what? That wasn't to impress anybody. It was because we thought it was awesome and we had a great time. And who cares what other people think? Don't try to impress other people. Every time I've tried to, do something or go somewhere to try to look good or impress others, it never works. It just never works. And so if you love the Reds, good luck to the Reds this season. They've been pretty bad last few years. And happy opening day if that's a holiday that you celebrate. And I do wish them the best. But I will not be going down to the stadium to sit out in the cold today. But go Reds. Have a great summer. God bless. We'll catch you next time.